Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to 160 with 2% fee? It drops to 123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get into the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Investor 1000, the color code technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grande has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. they pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Consumer spending is the word may be boom-like.
Boom-like? Consumer spending is boom-like? Really?
Economic growth now tracking at 1% this year. 1%. That is the weakest start to a year since 2011.
So what is it? Are you nuts? Well, that's why you listen to Phil's Gang, so you get the truth. This is crazy. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast, around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. This is nuts. That's Mark Zandi. The first guy is Mark Zandi. Know who he is? Yeah, Mark Zandi is one of the guys to help you lose your home. If your house went into foreclosure, or your house, you owe more on it than it's worth, well, you can thank Mark. Yeah, you can thank Mark. He works for Buffett. That's right. He works for Buffett. He has a company that there's the Moody's rating company, rating agency. He's the guy to put AAA ratings on garbage. There was no AAA ratings and sold them to the pension funds. Yeah, for his boss. Unbelievable, isn't it? Incredible. Now he comes out. This guy is nuts. He comes out and he will just lie. He will just lie. Doesn't matter. Their job is to lie. Their job is to get you to feel good. Just like just exactly what happened in the Democrat convention. It's just nuts. Consumers are spending? Yeah, they are. But it's from going into their savings account. It's from borrowing. They're going into debt and they're taking money from their savings account. But you don't hear them say that.
Consumer spending is the word may be boom-like.
Yeah, boom-like, but he doesn't say anything about, well, wait a minute. Remember, during the Democratic convention, Obama and Hillary, remember how they're criticizing Trump? Oh, his speech was dark. Oh, he's dark. The economy's doing so good. Everything's so good. He's so dark. We have done a terrific job. Obama's never received the credit he should get. Did a great job. Remember all that? Great? Here's what they consider great. Is this great? A 1% economy? Is it great that the GDP, our economic growth, and what GDP is, remember, that's we measure every month what we grow, how we grow, and how we do that. We add up all the stuff we produce. And every month you're trying to produce, or every quarter you're trying to produce more than the previous quarter, previous month. Well, the first quarter, we revised so little, they revised it down. They revised it down from 1.1% to 0.8%. So how is that good? Durable goods, the biggest ticket items. TVs, appliances, that's all down. All down. Machinery, equipment, all down. Core goods, all down. Retail sales just came in. Terrible. Nordstrom. We're going to take a look at those on the chart today. Nordstrom. JWM's the symbol. Kohl's, Macy's, all down. All down. I'm talking about the second quarter. They got killed. Personal incomes have been revised downward, the lowest since 2013. So what's he talking about?
Consumer spending is the word may be boom.
Maybe boom. These guys are liars. Personal incomes they're so bad. They've been revised downward, and now consumer their personal incomes are the lowest since 2013. What are you, nuts? So how could these people claim, and CNBC claim earlier this week, that just the opposite, that incomes have increased? Capital spending, machinery, equipment, office furniture, computers, all down. Companies aren't investing. Why would they invest? Because they know people have no money. They're not out buying stuff. Consumer debt has increased. That's what's happened. That's what happened. Anytime you hear these guys lie to you, especially on CNBC, the consumers are really doing good. Consumers are spending. Consumers are spending. Okay, they're spending. If their spending's increased, it's coming from debt, from more borrowing. They dug into their savings, the biggest drop since 1972. Debt has increased. Credit card debt is the highest since August 2009. Store credit card debt, like your cards you get at Home Depot, Lowe's, and Walmart. By the way, get rid of those. Cut those up. Those are the worst cards of all. Surging, the highest since December 2010. So, savings, they're digging themselves a hole. The biggest drop since 1972. Credit card debt, the highest since August 2009. Store credit card debt, the highest since December 2010. All consumer debt, including credit cards and all the other stuff, has soared to $3.6 trillion. That's about $12,000 per person. That's an 11% increase. That doesn't include what each man, woman, and child owes, their portion towards the national debt, which each woman, child, and man each owe $175,000. That's why your salaries don't go up. That's why your wages don't go up. That's how it works. Auto sales. Remember they were talking about auto sales the other day? Here, listen to this.
So the decisions that we made to rescue our economy, to rescue the auto industry, to rebuild the economy on a new foundation, all those things are starting to pay off.
Does that sound like it's paying off? Does that sound like credit card debt is the highest since 2009? Store credit card debt, the highest since December 2010. All consumer debt is going up so much, $3.6 trillion. That's not counting the $175,000 per man, woman, and child. Auto sales have plunged. So what's he talking about? Things have paid off. What's paid off? What did you do? You talking about bailing out GM? What did that do for Main Street? That just took care of your union boys. What are you talking about? That was your union boys. Wheels are coming off. Auto sales plunging. GM, Ford, Chrysler, all down. I told you this was going to happen. And how did they get those sales? The same way they got home sales, subprime lending. It's all fake. It's all phony. Just like this guy, Mark Zandi. Just like Obama. All phony. Economy is worse, not better. It's a big illusion. And then now they're trying this new trick to tell us stocks reflect the economy. Stocks reflect the economy? That's crazy.
I think what's important to understand is the U.S. economy and the stock market is a reflection of that. I think
we've never heard that. I talked about that yesterday. So this is all crazy talk. But auto sales are really in trouble. That thing's going to really implode. People right now, most auto sales, by the way, they're not sales. They call them sales, but they're not sales. They're leases. Wait till all these leased cars show up in the parking lot next year and the year after. Be tons of them. You can buy a car for $1. I mean, it's all leases. Leases used to be for the wealthy. You wanted to get somebody into a more expensive car, you have them lease it. That's what a lease was all about. You want to get a doctor into a more expensive car. You want to get a rich guy into a more expensive car. You lease them. Now they're using leases because people have no credit. Credit's lousy. By the way, I want to talk about that for a moment. We started yesterday. Remember I'm asking for help. If you go to the front page, Phil's Gang, and you look out there, there's a beautiful dog. His name is Cash. We need some cash for Cash. A homeless person, nice guy, and he's down on his luck. And Marta and I try to give him some work, and other people, and the dog got sick. And when I get back, I'm going to explain we need a little help here. And we'll talk about that as soon as we get back. Okay, it is now 15 past the hour here on Phil's Gang. We'll be right back and take a look at some stocks. Go to look at Home Depot.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Phil Grande is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grande has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passionate desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grande and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
My name is Bill Kaufman, and I have been a gang member for 14 years. I am very excited and impressed with the new MV1 and MV2 software chart. I love the easy readability. Bill has added pre- and post-market candlesticks and the ability to create stock lists. The charts can now be viewed on your smartphone or tablet. I would recommend the Max Vector 1000 chart to any type of investor.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grande has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Money, 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 can you use?
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, I just want to talk about this for a moment. We got a goal here. We got to raise $3,500. Okay, here's what's going on. You go to my site, philsgang.com, go to the homepage, and you'll see Cash, beautiful German Shepherd. And the dog belongs to a homeless man, and he's a very nice guy. And we give him work when we can. Friends of ours give him work when he can and try to help him. Now, his dog, who's had now Cash for about 9 years, beautiful German Shepherd, well-behaved, so trained, it's incredible. And his stomach flipped upside down. I guess that's happens with German Shepherds. So we got a call at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the vet said, "You don't have to put this dog down because I have a homeless man here, and he hasn't got any money." So we said, "Don't worry, just get it done. We'll take care of him." So it was $4,000. So we took care of that. But then he needs a place to go, to a hotel, because he can't be on the street with the dog. This is a major operation. Then he was just getting ready to take out. Then he had to go through another operation. So anyway, so he's back out. We got to get him to a hotel, and we got this other bill we got to pay now. But so $3,800 would do it. Marta and I put up to $4,000. So if you go to the front page, you can see the dog. It's a beautiful dog. And we just want to help out this homeless person. Very nice guy. He's not a bum. I mean, if he can get work, he takes it. He really does. So, and he's very appreciative, believe me. So just go to the homepage, and it says Go Fund Me. It says GoFundMe.com. GoFundMe.com. And whatever you can give, it'd be really appreciated. So it's Cash. It's the dog. You see him. He's a beautiful dog. And it's one of these things I didn't know, but German Shepherds, the way they eat, I guess, if they stand up, they have to lay down, I guess. I'm not sure how it all works, but his stomach flipped, and he was in real tough shape, and he was going to die. So we made sure he didn't die. Now we just got to take care of him. There was some extra bills. So if you can help, we would really love it. So that's GoFundMe.com, right on the front page, okay? All right. Also, again, we're on 8:60 a.m. starting in San Francisco, The Answer, and that's at 7 their time at night, Pacific time at night. So we started there. Now, it doesn't change anything. We're still on 12:20 in KDOW, 12:20 a.m. KDOW at noon. And that doesn't change. We still will be on at 12:20 a.m. KDOW at noon, and then you'll hear us at 7 o'clock and 8:60 a.m. in San Francisco as well, the Answer. So we're going to celebrate that. We're going to comp anybody who wants to get my MV2, chart. It's a color-coded technology chart. It's a beautiful thing. I'll give you an example. We had, if you take Home Depot He had a severe drop. All of a sudden it stopped. It's turned from red to green, right around $124. And that was Home Depot, and that was right around July 28th. Now it's still green, and it's up around $137. So that's about a 10% return. 10% return. Now this is what's so cool about this. You will know when to get out. That's the hardest thing with the stock market. You got to listen to these dopes, and they never let you out anyways because they want you to stay in because they get paid the longer you stay in because they keep hitting you with fees. They hit you all kinds of fees, hidden fees. So if you can just have the comfort level, know when to get out. It's easy to get in. Just know when to get out. That's the key, so you don't give your money back. And that's what this does. So I'm going to offer this, my ambassador program. I did it once before. Just go to my site, philsgang.com, and you sign up. You can call 877-600-GANG. You have to be a gang member. It's only $39.95. At the end of 4 weeks, if you decide to continue with the chart, the MV2 chart, then you just have to pay for the chart and, of course, re-sign up for your gang membership. The chart's only $24.95. It's just $24.95. But what you'll see with this chart, it's amazing. And here, if you go to your site, if you want to go to the site right now, you can, philsgang.com, and go to radio and go to YouTube, and you can see it right here. And you can see exactly what happened. It changed from red right here. You can see it, red to green. Right there. And then we're right up here today, right here. And that's about a 10-11% return. But the key is, like over here, see when it went from green, it went from red to green, and then it turned red right here. It told you to get out. So it went from about $120 up to about $134. And so that's another 11%. So where it turned from red to green, but here's the key. It turned red again. And when it turned red, you knew exactly when to get out. So you locked in 10%. So you knew exactly to get out. So this time you'll know exactly when to get out. So try it. You'll see it makes a big difference. It gives you a comfort level that you know when to get out. And we will, again, during the 4 weeks, we're going to show you how to use this thing. You watch us, okay, how we use it. And at the end of the 4 weeks, you're going to love it. So here's the number. We're opening up the lines now. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. And just call. And Steve will take the phone call, or Alex, and they'll help you out. Okay? So you just have to get the gang membership right now. It's $39.95. That's it. Okay? In this competition. Don't forget cash. All right? That's dog's a beautiful dog. We really want to help this dog. He's a great dog. All right. So the stock market, what's going on with the stock market right now? Well, they've got this new narrative now that they want you to think that the stock market, see, they're going to keep rigging the market to go up to win the election. So they want you to think now the stock market reflects the economy. Well, the stock market doesn't reflect the economy. But they continue with that false narrative that everything is great, you know, and that's why you should elect Hillary, because if you elect Hillary, you'll be electing me for a third time, meaning Obama. That's what he's saying. Well, things aren't okay. Things aren't good at all. We'll talk about that when we get back, and we'll also talk about another stock, McDonald's. We'll be right back. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. Get your MV2 comp.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get into the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Investor 1000, the color code technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grande has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to $160 with 2% fee? It drops to $123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to Phil's Gang Radio Show. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
At this point, I don't rule out a rate increase at the next meeting or later in the year. We just have to wait and see how the data come in.
Oh, my God. Dennis Lockhart. He's one of the parasites who's on the Fed, one of the gangsters. 10 years they've been saying this. 10 years. You cannot raise the interest rates. You can't. Because our government cannot afford, with a $20 trillion national debt, that's not the only debt. Remember, we have the unfunded debt, which brings us to $121 trillion. But just take the $20 trillion. There is no way we can pay more than we're paying right now. That's why they're keeping the rates near zero. The banks, the hedge funds, who make the decisions if they're going to raise rates? They're the ones that make the decisions. You know, when you hear the Federal Reserve, there's no such thing as Federal Reserve. It's a bunch of bankers. It's a coalition. They're our owners. They own us. They decide when they're going to stop with the 0% interest. Why would they stop when they're getting magnificently wealthy with zero interest? Remember, that's their product. That's their product. They don't have to pay anything for their goods. It's like if you owned a store and you sold hats, you didn't have to pay anything for your hats. You got your hats free. You think you'd get spoiled after a while? After 10 years, you don't have to pay for your hats. Now all of a sudden 10 years go by and they said, yeah, I think we want you to start paying for your hats. What do you think? But it's up to you. You think you're going to say, yeah, okay, I'll start paying for my hats. I'll start paying wholesale price. What are you, nuts? This whole thing is crazy. I want to also show you, again, with the stock market, when we keep hearing it's rigged, yes, it's rigged. It's rigged to the upside. We're at historic highs right now with no earnings growth, no profits. They rigged it to the upside. What's wrong with that? But you don't have to think about, if I'm going to buy McDonald's, you got to stop thinking about, I'm going to buy McDonald's, I'm going to hold on it for years. That's a bunch of nonsense. Those days are gone. What you think about McDonald's is, I'm going to try to make some money with the stock McDonald's. And you can make it anywhere in that stock. What do I mean by that? When it turns green. Anywhere. It's just like going to like Pac-Man, go and just take a piece out of it. I'll give you an example. If you take McDonald's, and if you're looking at McDonald's, you're following that stock, and you had my chart, and McDonald's was at $115. It was red. All of a sudden it turned red. It turned green from red. Turned green. That meant that the institutions were buying it. So now you start buying it because they're buying it. But here's the beautiful thing. After it went up 10%, it turned red. So you knew to get out. You knew to get out of McDonald's. You don't need to figure out, you don't need to get in and say, gee, I want to invest in McDonald's for years. For years, you'll never make any money. It's not like that anymore. It doesn't work like that. But what's wrong with take your favorite stock, Starbucks, McDonald's, you put them on my MV2, you see it green, you buy it. You see it red, you get out. And if you don't think it works, I'm going to comp it for you right now, 4 weeks free. 4 weeks free. All you have to do is join the gang. It's $39.95. Call right now, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Call right now, and they'll sign you up for the gang, and this will be comped for 4 weeks. You don't think this works? Of course it works. But here's what's better. When McDonald's turned red, it dropped down 7%. But this time, you wouldn't have given back 70 or 10%. That's why the retail customer never makes money. Most retail customers never make money in the stock market. That's why. Because you think somebody's going to call you and tell you get out of McDonald's? Your planner or whoever's going to tell you get out of McDonald's? Of course not. They get paid by the size of the account. So if you're a gang member, not only are we coaching you all along, but you can see it yourself. So instead of giving that money back, you would have got out in time. Or better yet, you would have shorted McDonald's. Just hit a button that says sell short, and you would have picked up the money on the way down. So call now, 877-600-GANG, and Steve's there, Alex there. They'll take your call. All right, before we shut this thing off, all right? Because I really want you to try it. Then you tell 10 other people, and we're on our way. One last thing again, please try to help us with Cash, our doggy, okay? Not my dog, belongs to a homeless man. And we as I said, we paid the $4,000 medical fees. There's about another $3,500 on top of that, which we found out. And also part of that is to put him in a hotel. And no fancy hotel, believe me, and so the dog can recoup. So we need some help with that. If you can, anything be fine. $5, $10, whatever you can do. Go to my site right now, philsgang.com. Okay. I just don't have enough time to do everything here. All right, so we're talking about they want to remind us the economy is doing good. Hillary and Barack Hussein. It's ridiculous. At the convention, they kept telling us everything is good. Well, it's not good. They kept saying he saved us from a recession. Even 7 years after the recession ended, it's not true. In terms of the average annual growth, the pace of his expansion has been the weakest since 1949, but nobody says that. The economy has grown at an annual rate of 2.1% since the recession ended in June 2009, but they get up on stage and say how good things are, compared with an annual growth rate of 4.3% during the economic expansion from 1982 to 1990. Think about it. We grew, the last time we had the expansion, from 1982 to 1990 at 4.3%. In this expansion, we're just barely growing at 1%. So how can they say it's good? You know, the proof the economy is not doing better under Obama is not the GDP numbers I just gave you, the growth numbers. The proof is we would not have a Trump. He would not be running for president. He would not be here. If we had better economic growth under Obama, we wouldn't have Donald Trump today. Despite all the headlines surrounding how Trump is not qualified. At the end of the day, these economic issues all comes down to a person's wallet. It's that simple, isn't it? Everybody votes for their wallet. Everybody. And so Trump is where he is today because the economy's lousy. That's how he got here. If the economy was good like they're saying, he wouldn't be here. And all these lies are unbelievable. They're just unbelievable. 60% of Americans also think the economy is not doing well. So what is it with all these lies? Hey, everything's great. No, it's not great. The country's getting worse. That's what 60% say. And it just drives you nuts. Americans see what's going on. They see what's happening. We're not stupid. They don't understand what a labor participation rate is. They don't understand what a GDP is. They don't understand what earnings growth is. But I'll tell you what Americans do understand. They're not getting overtime. They don't understand what discouraged workers. They don't understand what this discouraged worker means, or how they play with the numbers so they don't have to show 18% unemployment so they can show 4.9%. They don't understand that either. But I'll tell you what they do know, that they're not getting overtime. They do know that they can't get a good full-time job. They know that. And they also know they've been taking home a lot less pay than the day that Obama got in office. They do know that. They do know that. And they can also tell you firsthand about all the empty stores in a strip mall. I go down to Publix grocery store at a strip mall down there, and there's about 40 stores. There's only about 3 or 4 that are filled. It's unbelievable. But people know. How about health insurance? You don't think people know through health insurance? The Affordable Care Act? What's affordable? Premiums have doubled. Deductibles have gone through the roof. And Obama and Hillary, I think people that stupid, they can stand up on stage and say things are much better now under me. When your deductible has gone from $1,200 to $7,000. And you know what? I love it when he says that Trump is not capable. He's not capable. Not capable? You telling me Obama was capable when he got into office? What are you, nuts? Call right now, 877-600-GANG. They're waiting for your call. Get your comp, your 4 weeks of my color-coded chart, MV4. It's free for 4 weeks. You just have to join the gang for 1 month.
The show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
My name is Bill Kaufman, and I have been a gang member for 14 years. I am very excited and impressed with the new MV1 and MV2 software chart. I love the easy readability. Phil has added pre- and post-market candlesticks and the ability to create stock lists. The charts can now be viewed on your smartphone or tablet. I would recommend the Max Vector 1000 chart to any type of investor.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, most people get involved with a 401k because of the employer match. They really believe that there's free money. There's no free money. It's a scam. Here's how it works. You ever notice that you can't get the money all at once? Why not? Why don't they just give you the match all at once? Why over 6 years? Because they know only 12% of the people who work for a company stay for 6 years or more. Only 12% are there for 6 years. That's why they plugged it to 6 years. They know you're not going to stay. So it's not for your benefit. It's for the benefit of the company. It's a scam. There's an alternative, though. Phil's Gang. Join my gang. philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get into the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Vector 1000, the color-coded technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, we're talking about when you buy a stock today, because they say the market's rigged, and it is rigged, but it's always rigged to the upside. You think these guys that control the market are going to rig it to the downside? We have a market that's making historic highs when we have the worst economic numbers ever. This market should be down 50-60% from where it is, but they're rigging it to the upside for the election. You don't have to think anymore about getting into a stock. I better get in here and hold it for 5 years, get the dividends. What are you, nuts? It's easier than that. I'm not just saying it. I'll prove it to you. I gave you a couple stocks today. I gave you McDonald's. I gave you Home Depot. I'm going to give you one more. And this is the truth. You can see it right here. IBM, wonderful stock. It was red, then it turned green. That means the institutions came in. And it went up for about 127 to 147, then it turned red again. There's the key. It turned red again. But you knew to get out and put the money in your pocket. You knew to get out and put 15% return in your pocket. So you knew when it was red, it turned green, said, I got an opportunity to get in. This was on February 18th. Then you knew to get out when it's around March 30th. Who's going to tell you to get out? Nobody. But this tells you to get out. And that's a 15% return. This is not a joke. It's not a gimmick. It works. And that's all you have to do with a stock. Just find you don't have to get in and stay in it for 100 years and go get all kinds of information from the so-called experts. Understand what market cap is and trailing PE and forward PE. You don't know any of that. And if you think I'm making it up, then at the end you're going to get this for free for 30 days. At the end of that's it. It's over. So join the gang. You got to join the gang. $30.95. That's the investment. You get the $24.95 MV chart, color coded chart, free. Plus, you get all the goodies that come with being a gang member in the 4 weeks. You get all the advantages of that. So you can't lose. So there's the number: 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. They're there to take your call. Sign up for the program. We get the MV2 comped for 4 weeks. Okay. It's a good deal. And one last thing, please, when you go to the page, look at the front page so maybe you can help Cash out a little bit, okay? He's a great dog. My dog, Buddy, he was really part of the show a long time, for years. And I always tell people the story. He never missed a show. No matter where he was in the building, he'd be back to my desk at 5 minutes to 3 before I went on the air. Every day he was right back, right on time. I don't know how he did it, but he did. And I missed this dog so much. And I kept watching this dog in the park with this homeless guy. He's a beautiful German Shepherd. He reminded me so much of Bud. So much of Bud. So we just decided to help, okay? And as I said, we paid the $4,000. And so we want to, by Friday, raise another $3,500 so we can finish paying up this additional bill we didn't know they were going to get, but they did. They didn't even tell us about it, the vet. But that's okay. Look, we saved the dog's life. So between the vet bill and between putting in a hotel, it'll be about $3,500. So we're going to try to raise that money between now and Friday. So if you can just check it out, go to philsgang.com or go to gofundme.com. That's gofundme.com. You can make your donation, okay? All right. Listen to this. This drives me nuts.
I think the Republican nominee is unfit to serve as president.
What do you mean he's unfit? Why is he unfit? Are you telling me that he's unfit, but you were fit? He thinks he was fit. Are you kidding? He was. Are you kidding? He was given a position for which he clearly was not qualified, Obama. He's never managed a business in his life. Not even a hot dog stand. He's never managed anything before he became a politician. Remember, he became a senator. All he was a community organizer, and he's trying to say that he had more qualifications? What are you, nuts? He never accomplished a single thing as a politician, as a senator. Are you kidding? He's done nothing. And he continues to repeat the same lie, that he was a constitutional law professor at the University of Chicago. I saw one night they brought him through the school and he said, oh, this was my old room here, and they got to sign his name. It's historic. That's all a lie. He was just a lecturer. He was not a constitutional law professor. He was a lecturer for 3 weeks. It was just another lie. Like, hey, you can keep your health insurance, you can keep your doctor. You know what I mean by lies? 3 weeks. That's the only. He spent 3 weeks. And his colleagues were so unimpressed, they didn't even remember who the hell he was. They couldn't find anybody to go on camera and say, boy, was I impressed with his lecture. They couldn't get anybody. And how the hell could he teach constitutional law? Because it's very clear, watching this guy, watching his administration in action, 20 unanimous defeats, arguing cases based on the Constitution before the Supreme Court. He lost them all. 5.5 years. He never won a one. Not one did he win. And you're telling me he's a constitutional scholar? It's a record. 20 unanimous defeats. Boy, the lying is unbelievable. If lying was a qualification to be president, hands down, this guy wins. Hands down. Nobody can beat this guy. Nobody can beat this guy. Not even Bill Clinton. Never. He thinks he is fit to be president when he refuses to use the words radical Islamic terrorist, and then told Muslims in Cairo quote, that it is part of his responsibility as president of the United States to fight against negative stereotypes of Islam wherever it appears? He thinks he's fit to be president when he travels around the world to apologize for American exceptionalism? He told the Muslims that it's part of his responsibility to fight against negative stereotyping, against Islam. And then what did he do? What did he do? He turns around and he tells his U.S. Attorney General, this after these Islamic terrorists put people in cages either to burn them to death or drown them to death, and after slaughtering all these innocent people in Belgium airport and in Paris, he orders his U.S. Attorney General not to go after them and arrest the Islamic terrorists, but to arrest the people and prosecute the Americans who use negative rhetoric against the Muslims, including the terrorists. And he says he's qualified to be president? He's fit? When he sends Iran, the number one sponsor of terrorism, $150 million, and then overnight he sends another $400 million in an unmarked plane without Congress. That's our approval. Is that our approval? Are you kidding? He sends an unmarked plane. $400 million he gives to the country who's the number one sponsor of terrorism, and he's helping them. This is right after a terrorist, a young man, beheaded a priest in Normandy. I wonder if he said about that young man who beheaded the priest the same thing he said about Trayvon Martin, that he could be my son. No congressional approval. That's pretty brazen, don't you think? And he says that he's fit? No, he's not fit. Are you kidding? Sponsoring terrorism makes him fit as president? This is crazy stuff. Okay, look. You know, I just hope all this politics is done. As I said before, I don't think there should be a Republican Party. There shouldn't be a Democrat Party. There shouldn't be liberals. There shouldn't be progressives. There shouldn't be conservatives. There should be just people. You go to the ballot. You go and vote. Go to the box to vote for a person you think that has credibility. Why should there be any parties? What's this thing with parties? There shouldn't be any parties because everybody cares about the parties. They don't care about us. Republicans don't care about us. They care about big business. Democrats don't care about the little people. They care about themselves. Nobody cares about anybody. So that's why you got to create your own wealth, and I hope I can reach out and help you do that. And I gave you this special on the MV2 for 4 weeks. It's free. I hope you reach back and help this wonderful dog, Cash. Go to my front page website. You'll see he's a beautiful boy, beautiful dog. And go to GoFundMe.com. GoFundMe.com. $1, anything for Cash. We would really appreciate it. Okay. Join my gang. Phones are open. 877-600-GANG. Get your comp, your MV2 chart for 4 weeks free.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
Hi, I'm Phil.